It's that time again, it's time to grab our tools and fix what's broken. Let's save money and do it ourselves. Let's save money and do it ourselves.
Welcome to another Garage Time with Goody. Today, it's a hot one out here, and I'm just sweating all over. If you can see that. But anyways, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be changing out a headlight on a 2013 Buick Enclave with a 3.6 liter 6-cylinder engine. The thing you have to do is go ahead and get a jack and jack the vehicle up until the tire is about 2 to 3 inches off of the ground. Then for extra safety, you want to put a jack stand under there too, because the reason we use a jack stand, in case the jack fails, the jack stand will take the load of the vehicle and it could save your life. What's more important than your life? Then we come over here to the tire, and on this particular vehicle, you're going to use a 23 millimeter socket on the lug nuts. Now you go ahead and take the tire off. Once the lug nuts are removed, I'm going to set this back underneath the vehicle here. Another thing I'm going to show you, these particular headlights on these Buick Enclaves, if you go to an auto parts store and you just price one, they're anywhere from $129 to $150. And it's like, for just one headlight bulb. Well, what you can do, you can go with a generic brand, and I got this generic brand off of Amazon. I will put a link to this in the video description, and that way, instead of paying $140 for one headlight bulb, you can buy them both for around $35 or less. I know it's a little weird brand name. It says DMX. You know, has nothing to do with the rap guy or the Rough Riders. These are headlight bulbs. This vehicle takes what they call a D3S headlight bulb. As a rule of thumb, what I'm going to do is I'm not just going to replace one headlight bulb. I'm going to replace them both, because the thought is, if one of them burnt out, then the other one might not be far behind. Also, it might have a different light output to cause it to look different, when if you just replace it with a pair, they both look exactly the same. And also, you'll have a peace of mind knowing that they both have just been replaced and that they're both going to last. I'm not going to do an unboxing or anything, but these are what the headlight bulbs look like. This is the plug-in right here, and this is the side view of it. And also another thing, you don't want to touch the bulb or anything with the naked hand, the human skin. The oils from the human skin will cause this to burn out quicker and die prematurely. You see, I have gloves on. Okay, so we're going to install this thing. The next step, once you get the tire off, you're going to want to remove the first part of this shield. I call it the splash shield. And reason being is, you see some people just remove these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws, and they pull this back. If you've done this plenty of times, I'd be, have at it. You might be used to it, and you can just reach your hand up in there and then change it out. And that's great. But if it's your first time, or you just want room, because in this particular car, you just want room, and this bulb needs to go in kind of in a certain way, and then it has to twist, and there's two black levers inside the headlight bulb assembly that you're going to have to move. So just removing the first part of the splash shield is going to be a lot better than just prying it to the side. And I've got this pry tool, flathead screwdriver, and a T20 that I'm going to be taking these off, that I'm going to be taking it off with. There's some plastic rivets, divots, push pins, whatever you want to call them. They're kind of all around right here. They look like that. You want to go ahead and remove them. And it looks like there's one right here. The splash shield's been kind of broken a little bit, but I'm going to put it back on the right way. And there are a few here behind, up against the wheel well. Once you pop them up a little bit with the screwdriver, you just put that pry tool in and you pry that up a little bit, and then you pry it the rest of the way off, and you just go around the perimeter here and do that for the ones that are connected to the front piece here. And then there's going to be one here at the top too. You don't want to forget that one. And here's another. And you just kind of feel along to see where they all are. Now usually there's another one here, but like I said, on this particular vehicle, that one is kind of broken. I'm going to put a new one on when I get that done. Then you'll have 5 of these screws left, and they take a T20 socket . They have a washer around the head of the screws, so they should be no problem backing out. These are actually metal screws instead of plastic. Underneath here, down here underneath, there's going to be this screw, and there's going to be that screw. So there's going to be 2 more screws down here that you have to take out. So the 2 screws under here that I showed you, they're also going to be 2 of them, and they're going to be T20s. So before you push this plastic out, it's kind of already ripped a little bit right here, but there are 2 plastic push pins down here. You want to go ahead and remove those. Those should be the last 2. They should be the last 2 that need to be removed before the plastic splash shield comes off. There's another one. And there's another one. And now from the top here, we're going to move this a little bit forward and pull this out, and it should just come out just like that. Set it to the side. That's what it looks like. And this is what it's going to look like on the inside. Right here is a plastic dome lid, and we're going to remove that. It just slightly turns to the left. And in here, this is the plug-in that you're going to plug in your replacement headlight bulb to. Because as you can see, this used car lot did not put in a bulb. One of the most important things of doing this job when you're putting the headlight back in, you see those metal tabs that are just sticking out. Well, you want to make sure that no one has bent them straight forward, that they are flat back, flush with the headlight bulb, with the headlight assembly. If not, you will never be able to lay your headlight bulb flat up against there. And that's what it needs, is to lay flat. Once you have bent those, what I'm talking about are these little pins right here. You have to make sure they're out of the way and they're bent down flat. Once those are out of the way, then you can go ahead and insert your headlight bulb, and the plug-in to the headlight bulb to the wiring harness should be facing upside down. Also, if you can see to the left and to the right, there's going to be these little levers. On this one, that black lever right there, once you put the headlight bulb in flush and it goes all the way in, you need to push that lever up. The lever is right here. Right here is where the lever is. Once the headlight's in there, you push this up and you give it a little bit of force, not too much. You push this lever right here up and it locks it into place. If you push that lever down, that releases it and up locks it. So again, one of the most important parts is to make sure that this is flush, and that you, in order to remove the bulb, you push this black lever down like so. And then once the headlight flat and flush up against the headlight bulb assembly, and then you push that black lever up and then it's locked into place. The next thing you do is you plug in the headlight bulb, and it's going to go in from the bottom. You see how the plug-in is pointed toward the bottom. You're going to go ahead and put this on in gingerly and make sure it's flush. Like I said, if there's any bent pins, go ahead and bend those before you put it in there. And then once it is flush up against the headlight bulb, you're going to push up on that lever, and then it'll hold it into place. See? That holds it into place. And that is one of the most important things I cannot stress enough. And then what you do is this cap right here, it just goes in one way, and you just slightly turn it to the right and it's on there. And that is how you change the headlight bulb. Now we have to put the wheel well splash shield back on, and we should be good to go. Once you get the wheel well splash guard back on the front, then you just put your tire back on, tighten the lug nuts down to about 100 foot-pounds. You remove the jack stand. Put that back out of the way, slot your car down, just like that. Then pat yourself on the back for another job well done. With a new headlight, you can now drive at night again, and you save yourself a ton of money. So, if this video helped you, please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, I'll see you later.